Good morning, good afternoon, brothers, sisters, Christ. It's the day the Lord has made. We'll rejoice and be glad in. I want to discuss something real quick and do a little story time. This morning, I got up on this video and I seen about this man was saying that he was a narcissistic person, and we have to be careful, y'all, especially in these last days. You got to be very careful. A lot of people lose their life to people like this, and it's happening men and women. So I deal with a lot of narcissistic people in my relationship, in my life and relationships. Um, it seemed like almost every relationship I found interest in was narcissistic people. Started off when I was young, um, and they'll do some crazy stuff. My first relationship was crazy, um, cause I was the type that I'm the only girl and I have none but brothers, so my brothers never kept me in the house, and they try to shelter me from things out there in the world. But as you get older, you get out there in life and you experience things for yourself. But my first relationship, y'all, it was a stalker. I should have known then, but now I just know now since I'm wide awake. I should have known then because Satan, he knows the calling on your life and he'll send people after you. But I was young and I didn't know any better. I was like 16, 17 years old and I ran into my first relationship, my little boy dad. So I should have known something because I was friends with his sister from school. And when I used to walk home from school, off the school bus, he used to stalk me all the time. Stalk me to the point and then had a sister that was encouraging me to talk to him. So I gave in my first relationship, my little boy dad. But I didn't know what was going on behind closed doors because he was in the streets and I was at home. And then, it's Satan. So I didn't find out really how he was until later on when I got pregnant and I got out and started seeing more. But he was a narcissistic person. And I did all I can, like, y'all, to help him, right? And he was narcissistic. Y'all, I just look at my life and I'm like, he was stalking me then. Satan roaming like a roaring lion seeking who can devour, y'all. Young age, stalking me then. And he was 20 something. Thinking like 28 and I was 16, 17. I dated like 5 years, y'all. But was in a narcissistic relationship. And I thank the Lord, y'all, because the only blessing I got is my child out of that. But he was a narcissistic. And he found out later on he used to beat women, but he never beat me, but he tried to put his hands on me. But I defend myself, and he also know I got my family. My family didn't play that. But to the point when I said I was going to leave him, y'all, life story, y'all. Y'all stories to tell, nobody know your life. This man was narcissistic. Even to the point that even when I got pregnant and I didn't even know my second pregnancy, he pushed me to have an abortion. Because he had another girl pregnant later on after I had the abortion. Didn't know no better, and I thank the Lord for forgiving me. I didn't even know no better then. That found out he had another woman pregnant at the same time, so he pushed me to have an abortion. Yeah. And this dude was so much a narcissistic. And then when I was getting ready to leave him and stop messing with him, he lost his mind. Used to argue with people, didn't want people to talk to me, like other men date me when I was getting out the relationship. This man used to try to say he's gonna kill me, try to rape me. throw my clothes out in the street. Because I was talking about leaving him. When I left him, throw my clothes all in the street. Yeah, but God ain't sleep. That's why every dog got their day. The vengeance is the Lord's. But the blessed thing I got out of was my child. But narcissistic people, they'll do some crazy stuff. Satan sent a long time ago. And then got my little girl dead. He about the same. Y'all. Then they'll say they trying to kill themselves or you don't want to be with them. These people some dangerous folks. Then after that, I dated my little girl dad for 4 years, 3.5, almost 4 years. Then I got into a relationship. And this supposed to be like a pastor. We go to church and everything, y'all. We be in a pulpit. I used to, y'all, helping people with their kids, y'all, we gotta be careful. Then found out this man was doing drugs. This one here tried to stalk me, was all in my job. Then tried another relationship. Years later after that, tried to go back with an old ex that I dated a while back. He was, y'all, these people crazy. You have to call the police on him because I was like, instead of running into somebody new, let me just talk to him. Ran back into him. And like a little not high school, but early age relationship that I used to talk to on the side, ran back to him because figured it was somebody I knew, and he was a good person then. I ain't saying he ain't a bad person, but back ran into him, y'all. He same way. But when this man said how he got to be careful, I think the Lord put his hands on me, a covering, protection around me. Because running into relationship, y'all, it's just, people need to be careful like that. I just thank the Lord for putting his hands on me, keeping me covered by the blood of Jesus. Excuse me. Because I could have been gone a long time ago messing with folks. Satan been out there a long time ago. I don't even date. The Lord is I just stay right on with the Lord. You got to be careful. Narcissistic people out here. It's crazy, y'all. I'm a high-speed chase. People chasing. They're all in my job. I'm talking about, it was just terrible, y'all. And this one right here, I had to really get my brothers involved. Call y'all. I'm just thinking, like my life, just looking at back then. Satan was out a long time ago. Y'all done gave up on dating. I don't even want to date. Because it's scary out here. You got to be careful. They controlling, insecure. Like they could do whatever they want to do and keep you home. Seem like every time want to just keep me in the house. Like keep you like a trophy. Sit on a shelf and try to hold on to you. And they mess around and do what they want to do. Y'all, you got to be careful out there. But just look at you and they don't even know what you've been through. The only people know what you went through, and I thank the Lord, but it's all a learning lesson. But you have to be careful because many people don't get chances like this. And even in friendships, but family, you have narcissistic people all around you. You got to be careful. So I say this, be careful, y'all. I'm just like, I don't know why I'm sharing this with y'all, but my life, I'm just looking back at my life like, number narcissistic. But then they come back and say, they don't run into them. They be like, try to say they knew you was a good woman and they want you to try to butter you up and or you was a good man, and but don't go back with y'all. Some people get help, like this man said he got help, but I don't even know, they might still trigger. This man said he should have been in the psych ward a long time ago. Some people can't take no for an answer. I'm talking about, I actually been like, people was like, if they can't have me, ain't nobody else can have me. Like, they'll kill me and kill themselves. And I have to pray and ask the Lord for them to remove their feelings, from the Lord to remove their feelings from me and my feelings from them. And I have to pray a lot of prayers, y'all. People something else, y'all. Y'all be careful like that, because this is crazy I am. And pray for our children too, these generations. People don't know how to take rejection. People don't know how to hold their composure, don't know how to do with their feelings, handle their feelings. People just can't take no for an answer now these days. You gotta be careful. Stay covered up with the blood of Jesus, y'all. But don't put that man video down here, because narcissistic people is for real, and they're attracted to God's people. And Satan come to kill, steal, and destroy, y'all. Y'all be blessed.